Hello, my friends. Jacob is here once again, coming to you from the back alley on the virtual set. Don't worry, not gonna get hit by any virtual cars, all you concerned. They're not real. Yeah, but who's to say what's real today anyway, huh? With all the kooky stuff they're saying today in the news and all that stuff going on out there in space.
If it exists.
Who's to say what's real and what's not real? Especially when you got China building like a UFO from 1950. Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw that. That's their new helicopter, their supercopter, their stealth supercopter that looks like something from Alien Invasion. It can shoot missiles too.
Pew, pew, pew.
What could be cooler than a Chinese UFO from the 50s? But like a robot powered by AI that can do the Rubik's Cube in like just a couple of seconds with one hand. One hand! That's very handy. We have one heck of a show. Those signals from space, those ones, you know, the ones they tracked and they said, we're gonna find the origin of everything by tracking this signal into space. Well, guess what? They think they know what those signals are now. And then, on Mars, has life been discovered? Has it been hid for the last 30-something, 40-something, 50-something years? All of that and more awaits for all of you on today's program. So I hope you are buckled up! Now, what kind of show in this niche world of conspiracy would this program be if not to ask the question, why is everyone so interested in all of this sci-fi stuff? Life has become more like Star Trek. That's true. So much so that a student, an undergraduate, he was just presenting. A warp drive is actually possible. That's Joseph Agnew. Yeah, it's possible. And they think that with technology the way it's going, that's possibly something that we could be all enjoying. I'd like to remind people that if you can go faster than the speed of light, that means that you can travel through time. So, I don't know. Einstein says it's an impossibility, but there is a loophole. His name was Joseph Agnew, and he presented at the American Institute for Aeronautics and Astronautics. Didn't even know that was a subject. I didn't do that good in school.
No, I'm just kidding. I was a good student. I worked hard.
But we got all this crazy talk about time travel, space travel, faster than light travel. So much so that a NASA engineer, he just came up with an engine. It's called a helical engine. And it works because it's like it works like a pendulum in a box in a vacuum. And like the pendulum is moving in a vacuum and it builds up a bunch of inertia and ions. And I have no idea. I'm just a YouTuber. I don't know how the science works. But this concept design, 99% can get to the speed of light. That's one fast Chinese UFO. If it was to implement that, that technology. Let's not forget about that, oh, you getting dizzy? You getting dizzy? It's a spinny chair.
I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah, some people say that I'm a little too goofy. Today I'm in a great mood. So, you know what? If you can't stand the fact that I'm having a good time talking about all this goofy stuff, well then, you know what? You've watched too long, I think. Unless you're using this video for your research because you have like millions of subscribers and I don't know, maybe because you watch my videos and you see everything and how I lay it out, you go, oh, that would be a good show. I don't have to do any research. I can just upload, basically, I just say exactly what he said. And if you want to do that, that's fine. I don't get sore. It's no big deal. It's not like I want any more subscribers or anything. You don't have to mention me. You channels out there, you YouTubers, I know you. You should mention my channel if you watch it, and if you're gonna use something I talk about. It's only fair. It's only fair. The real big news that I find incredibly fascinating is, and it's in the news now, I just actually, before recording this, I noticed that Fox just reported and said that NASA denies the fact that life existed on Mars in the 70s. They said that because there's no way they had bell bottoms out there. Life on Mars. Gilbert Levin, who was the principal investigator on a NASA experiment that sent the Viking landers to... Remember the Viking landers? On Mars in 1976, he published an article in the Scientific American Journal last Thursday, arguing that the experiment's results were positive for life, that they've known that Mars has life, that Mars had life since like the 70s. That's what they know. The experiment, called Labeled Release, was designed to test Martian soil for organic matter. Now, this was back in the day. It seemed we had the answer to the ultimate question. Levin said they basically would take some soil and they would cook it and they'd measure it, and if there was life found afterwards, before and then not afterwards, then they would know that organic material existed. This guy says they know for a fact, they've known, and he doesn't understand why, it's like, why aren't you sending the experiment out there again? I mean, like right now, the Curiosity rover's been out there. He finds evidence of like water and salty lakes and all this stuff. But why haven't they sent like life detectors? Inexplicably, he said in his article, over the 43 years since Viking, none of NASA's subsequent Mars landers had carried a life detection instrument to follow up on the exciting results. Maybe because they lie. Maybe because it's never a straight answer with them. You work for them. Maybe because they already know that there's life and there's no reason to send it up again. They just don't think that we're ready to know. I'm ready! Look at me! I'm very mature. I'm very ready to find out if there's life in other places. I got no problem with that. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother my faith. Anybody that has a problem with the idea that, because there's a couple of lines in the Bible that makes it sound like there is no such thing as space. I mean, my goodness gracious, if you look in the scriptures, it talks about planets, it talks about stars, it talks about the heavens. I don't want to get into all this because in the grand scheme of things, who knows anything anymore? But I think that people, especially you in the comments section that are like,
Jacob, I can't believe you believe in space, man. Why you believe in space? I'm on sub to you.
I mean, come on, really? Just enjoy the show. Let's not get too upset with each other because we don't believe exactly the same way. The reason people get so upset, the reason why people fight each other over different candidates, the reason why family members are torn apart because they have different beliefs, the reason why some people find God and then all of a sudden realize, I can't hang out with this person or that person because pastor says this or rabbi says this or imam says this. The reason why is because people are lost to fear today. They're lost to fear today. And the truth is that together, if we love and we just learn from each other, if we all seek together and we all kind of just come together understanding that we may be at different points in time, but at one point we can all be on the same page, because in the grand scheme of things, we all share something great and wonderful in common. We exist. We exist. Right? We are the center of our story. I am the lead of Jacob Israel's life. You are the lead of your life. If your story's going a little bit different, right, doesn't mean that Jacob's wrong. It just means it's going different. So why don't we all come together? Why don't we stop letting fear persuade us? Why don't we stop being manipulated by people telling us what we should believe? And why don't we seek the truth no matter what the cost? Together, could you imagine what we could accomplish if we weren't busy fighting each other? We could even build a Chinese UFO capable of going like 400 miles an hour. So fast they call it the Great White Shark in China. Together with special relativity loopholes, we could even go faster than speed of light. You then go back in time, say hi to each other, say, hey, I know you, you're me. Hey, Jacob, It's Big Jacob. Remember when Gino told you, hey, just try that hot pepper, just try it, put a little cheese on it, it's okay? Then don't do it. Don't take the hot pepper, Jacob. Don't do it. Love you, Gino. Miss you, dude. Today I just wanted to come at you with a potpourri of fun. And I hope that it was fun. Remember those signals that I brought up at the beginning? Well, these signals that everyone's chasing after. Well, there's a new theory. They think that the signals are actually spacecraft traveling at the speed of light. Strange how this all comes together. In any event, I love each and every one of you. I got a great show coming, hopefully in the next day or two. This is the big one that I've been working on, and it's an important one. Not going to be so topic driven, more going to be like improving the quality of your life and your outlook on things driven. I love each and every one of you. I hope you do subscribe, share. Please do tell your friends. Invite them over to the channel. And if you want, get yourself a Uranus mug. And thank you, my patrons. I don't thank you all enough for those of you that do help and support the channel. It's helpful. It really is. And I'm excited for what's to come. So I hope that all of you have the best day ever. And I love you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Jacob Israel. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this channel around. If these shows have helped you, help Jacob to reach more any way you can, and have the best day ever.